Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have a little bit of somewhat important news I think you guys should do if you guys are PlayStation members, or you guys do have a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, or even probably trying their best to go and buy a PlayStation 5 in the near future, mainly because I do think in the next 6 months or so, pretty much everyone trying to go and find their console should be able to go get it. But it's actually kind of a big thing I want to go kind of push you guys to go do. If you guys want to, it does involve spending money, but it's not like anything I make any money off of. It's more so in regards to PlayStation and something that PlayStation actually gave you guys a nice little value. I actually am up to like $70 or so, and as well, it's kind of go more and tie that into the brand new PlayStation Spartacus, quote unquote, the brand new PlayStation Plus subscription plans and some other stuff. Then in part 2 of this video, we're going to be talking about the PlayStation 3 backwards capability, which kind of is in regards to all this stuff intermingled as well. So we just have a lot of stuff to go talk about too, because there's been a little bit of drama, a little bit of controversy, but at the same time too, it's kind of weird. I don't know. So it's been some internet backlash. I don't know. It's a little bit of a strange Sunday video. So we have a lot of stuff to go talk about. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console controller, Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. Sign up for Webull, sign up for Coinbase, and as well, we actually made a just really random Mr. Beast video if you guys want to go check that out after this video is all done too as well. So first and foremost, the kind of really big thing I want to go and push for you guys to go and do, it probably makes sense. So if you guys are curious, if you guys go to the store.playstation, basically try to go and find, or even on the actual PlayStation itself, like your good old console, or online, or whatever it is, if you guys actually go and pay now for your PlayStation Now, which is different than PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus is like the subscription, you get the free monthly games, all that type of stuff, etc., etc. PlayStation Now is the streaming service. I'm sure you guys either heard or have mentioned in the past few weeks or whatever, especially. But PlayStation Now is we just go have a chance to stream games. Now, it might be kind of weird for me to go and recommend you guys to go and buy this. You could also find it up on other different websites too as well. I will go and say, I don't want to say what exactly, but if you guys want to buy it straight from Sony, you guys can. There's other third-party websites too as well. Like I said, I'm not affiliated with Sony, not affiliated with all these third-party websites or whatever. But if you guys want to, you could probably go and find PlayStation Now for prices as low as $40 or so, sometimes, or even Sony itself over here, you guys can see $60. So for this, why am I saying you guys should maybe go consider buying it? Why am I considering in the first place? If you guys actually go and you guys utilize the PlayStation Now subscription, it does actually go and then roll over to the brand new PlayStation Plus. And as you guys know, there is, as of this current moment, they said they want to go release more information in the next 2 months or so. But as of right now, if you guys sign up for PlayStation Now for the $60, or in theory, you guys could probably get it cheaper, probably $40 or so on third-party stuff. Not that I recommend it or whatever, but just if you guys want to save money, whatever. But if you guys do that, it rolls into the highest tier of the PlayStation Plus brand new system. That's the code name Spartacus, whereas the 3 different separate tiers, and that price is actually over $100 or what they're expecting. I believe as of right now, it's the $18 a month or whatever it is, which times that by 12, obviously, and it's got a pretty big penny. So let you guys know if you guys are people that are either going to be proactively thinking about the highest tier of PlayStation Plus, or you guys would probably just end up getting it either way. I myself, I'm probably going to stick with the baseline just because I don't really care that much about PlayStation Plus games and I just want the multiplayer. I'll just buy the game if I want to buy it, whatever. But if you guys are someone who's be pushing more for the biggest, highest tier, I do recommend PlayStation Now. As I mentioned, it rolls into the better, bigger focus, and it would save you guys some money over the year. And as well, I do believe you could also sometimes go and stack these two on top of that. So if you guys just want to go and, I don't know, some people are worried about inflation, all that type of stuff. Totally get it. But sometimes you guys want to go utilize that, you guys can. And if you guys auto roll or buy a few on separate websites or just in general, that means you guys could actually have the highest tier, at least of what we know as of right now, with Sony basically having the best PlayStation Plus for a cheaper price too, because as I mentioned, it does roll over. So I just feel like if you guys are a PlayStation owner, go and do that. Only if you guys are planning, again, the higher tier or be considering the higher tier. It does save you money. It is for long term, and I'd probably recommend it. I actually may go and do it myself just to go test it out and see. So let's keep that in mind. So just want to give that quick heads up. And then part 2. I kind of want to go talk a little bit about this because there's actually also been a part 2 controversy with the PlayStation Plus. So as you guys know, there actually is in-game streaming when it comes to the brand new Plus skepticals or whatever you guys want to go call it, like the tiers. But the one big issue is that still the PlayStation 3. And because of that, we've actually been seeing a very, very higher uptick of people complaining, as well as also just trying to get a little bit more additional information or kind of figuring out why this is all so messed up. So as of now, the PS4, you guys can utilize just in-game emulation. I'm going to stress the emulation word a lot. Same with the PS1 and PS2. With that essentially just means that you're able to kind of like basically run your PlayStation 5 and run the games through the system itself. Really lack of better terms. I mean, if you guys are more PC people, I'd probably explain a little bit better. But the main struggle for that one too is when it comes to the PlayStation 3. And this is where a lot of people I think are getting somewhat on the heated side, because apparently there are still things that people are working towards. We actually covered this news a few months ago too as well, where basically we actually, have been seeing some cool stuff. Like we saw PlayStation 3 games showing up as well, and people were basically expecting a major backwards capability. Because before, you basically can utilize the PS5 for the PS1, PS2, and PS4. But as of right now, the PS3 has really been a big issue. Like, where the fact of it's just like, it's on a different architecture. So, I'll probably explain this really poorly and really bad. There's actually been some content creators out there who have done a very good job of explaining it. But basically, the PlayStation 3 is on a completely different system. For a lack of better explanation, think like an iPhone, an Android, or maybe like, say, like a Mac computer versus like a Windows computer, where it's essentially the same format, but it's because it's a completely different type of architecture, the game itself don't work. Like, it basically is like, it's like I said, it's trying to like launching an iPhone app on your Android phone. Now, in theory, it's similar. They're still phones. They could technically still work it. Sometimes it can be emulated as well, or like mirrored when it comes to your phones, or say Windows and MacBooks themselves. But it's kind of like the rough example, where the PlayStation 5 just doesn't correspond with the PS4, PS5 at all. At all. And that's where a lot of issues have been kind of parking up because people keep on seeing stuff like seeing PS3 games appearing on the PlayStation Store. And we actually have a chance to go and see this, and this also came right after 2 as well, where we saw a lot of really big patents too beforehand. Where Mark Cerny, the guy who basically did a lot of stuff when it comes to the PS5 itself, was actually hinting at the possibility of all the features being rolled out to customers. So it's very intriguing too as well, because it dives back down to the emulation versus actually being able to actually utilize it versus streaming. So right now, like as I said, you can emulate PS1, 2, and 4 games. You cannot do it for the PS3. So that's kind of a big weird issue, because you're only able to then stream those certain games. And funny enough, I think a lot of folks have been kind of calling Sony out for it. Now, it's kind of hard stuff to fix, mainly because if you guys are looking at all this stuff, it's just rough. It's not easy, because it's like I said, it's like a completely different service, completely different architecture. So people have been kind of calling this out a little bit, because if you think of the Xbox and the big comparison, they can play every single Xbox game, literally all of them, on every single one of them. You can. It's just how it is, just how facts is how they built their system. While the PlayStation 5 is kind of getting there, but you basically have to pay a major price point with the PS Plus just to be able to go and stream it, like just through like a cloud service. And if you guys have utilized cloud services before with Stadia or whatever, they're not awful. And I feel like I should just go end my sentence on that. They're just not awful, but they're not really that good. So if you guys want to compare, say, like a PS1 and PS2 emulation, whether it's for PS Plus and everything else, then, well, it's not bad. Like, you could kind of play, it runs good. Like, it runs like you're actually playing on the console itself. But on the PS3, as I mentioned, people are getting kind of upset, because why do you want to pay the extra money for, say, the PS Now, as you just mentioned, a PS Plus, as we just kind of talk about the deals and stuff like that, the higher tier PS Pluses, when you're just going to be awkwardly streaming the games, which you can kind of already do right now with PS Plus, and as well, it's just not optimized. It's just not amazing. So it's kind of obnoxious. I don't know. I'm kind of in the mood itself where it just seems weird. Like, it's a very kind of niche issue for people to complain about, but it's also one of those things where if you really think about it, it is kind of right, because you're essentially having like some really weird ad tag, like thrown together service that you're also paying extra money for on top of, and it's not even like a good complete service, because you can't even utilize the technology. Although we have been seeing PS3 stuff as well tied on in, like as you guys are even showing over here, where they are showcasing some PS3 games. We saw some actual internal patents that may be be involved with making it better, but as of right now, still their service is officially stating it's only going to be streaming for PS3 and nothing else. So, I don't know, that's a little bit of a weird ramble or talk. Hopefully you guys kind of got what I was saying for that one, but basically just means that the PS3, kind of a dud. It's only for streaming. Streaming's not that good graphically wise, and Sony doesn't really know what to do with it, but they're still able to go and charge you money for, which kind of is upsetting some folks out there. I don't know, kind of a weird issue, but at the same time, kind of strange. But as I mentioned before, if you guys do want to go utilize the highest tier PS Plus, make sure you guys go and do this with either PS Now and PlayStation stores or online and go from there. And as well, I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well. Link down below. Sign up for Weeble, sign up for Coinbase, and as well, check out the Mr. Beast video if you guys want to go creep on that one right after this one. Love you guys.